I'm Steve Buckley from ProDrive Consulting. Today we're going to be talking about steering styles. There's shuffle steering, there's hand over hand, there's pull push, there's push pull, there's bump steering. I'm telling you right now, it's not what it's called. It's not the name of the technique. It's, are you steering safely depending on what you're trying to accomplish. Not every turn is the same. The speed going in, the radius of the corner, the radius coming out of the corner. The corner dictates how you steer. The corner dictates how fast you go. So as you drive, your eyes are looking up high and you're picking up the potential corner. I tend to use what we call pull push. I pull into the corner with the lead hand, meaning if we're going left, I pull with my left hand and I support with the right. If I have to push up with the right, I do so. Little pull down through this left hand bend. Very slight, very gentle, balance, neutral, throttle. I'm not accelerating, I'm not decelerating. I'm letting the hands dictate how much I steer. Now, the speed, say for example, if you increase the speed into the corner, through the corner, your hands are gonna have to make an adjustment. So we try to lock steer. We try not to input any more steering than we have to if we keep the vehicle in balance. So when we pull, push, steer, it's exactly what it means. We're pulling through the corner, and then if we need a secondary input, we push with the offhand. Pull, then push. So when we approach a corner, the recommended speed limit sign is basically going to tell us how sharp the corner is. It doesn't tell us if it's decrease in radius or an increase in radius, just tells us basically how sharp the corner is. This corner coming up is a 30-mile-an-hour corner. Relatively sharp, not too bad. Lead hand's gonna pull through, so your left hand's gonna pull through the corner, the right hand's gonna support, right hand's not really needed. This next corner, recommended speed, 40 miles an hour. Again, when you pull, push, steer, that technique of steering, your initial input is pulling first, pushing second. Going to have a couple of connected turns coming up here, what they call S corners, because it kind of weaves and snakes through. So the first one we got here is a little right hand bend. Right hand's going to pull. Recommended speed 25 miles an hour. Left hand's going to take us through the left hand portion of the corner. Right hand's going to pull through. See, I'm not doing this. I'm not sawing the wheel. Two hands are not working the wheel at the same time. That's really important. One hand, and when you pull, the initial pull, you're pulling down towards yourself, so you're stabilizing your body. When you push, you typically tend to release the pressure on the back of the seat, and then your body's unstable. So here's a good corner. We're just gonna pull nice and light. Again, a 25-mile-an-hour corner. Left hand, we're not sawing the wheel. We're just leading into the corner. You don't wanna input, then take out. Input, take out. You want to just pull nice and gentle through the corner like that. See how locked that is? Not sure what this truck's doing. He's pulling over. Nice signal to Sparky. So when you're going straight, driver's edge really good about telling you to keep your hands at 9 and 3 or 8 and 4. But that tends to be a little bit low and kind of uncomfortable all the time. So you're allowed to move your hands around the steering wheel. I tend to I kind of float around the wheel based on what I'm trying to do. I do typically, when I'm going straight, carry my hands down low, because that's a more relaxed stance on the steering wheel. But when I'm about to enter a corner and input information into the vehicle, I bring my hands up a little bit higher, because I always want to start the input from the top of the steering wheel and pull down, top, down. So we got a couple corners coming up here. Hands are nice and high. A little left hand bend. Left hand's going to get ready. It's kind of high. It's going to pull through the corner. It's going to be connected to a right hand corner. Right hand comes up, pulls down. Boom, corner's done. So I'm not doing this. I'm not shoulder steering. I'm not bringing those elbows up and the shoulders up. I'm allowing my hands to start high, pull down. Even if you have to pull deep, then the other hand can push up and finish the corner. Pull, push, steering. Probably the best technique for steering, but, big but, there's no right way or wrong way to steer. There's the safe way. As long as it's safe, doesn't matter what the technique's called.
Uh-oh.
Okay, stop sign. It's going to be a sharp turn, and it's very low speed, right? I mean, we're not moving right now. Left hand's going to come up. I'm looking. This is called bump steering, just as another technique that we can talk about. Left hand's going to come up because we're going left. The right hand's going to wait for the left hand down here. So I'm going to pull down, bump my right hand's going to push up, finish the very tight turn. We call that bump steering, when you pull down and you bump the other hand up. So, I mean, you don't have to use that style of steering, but from a turn, when you make a tight turn from a stop sign, red light, you want to start high and pull first, and then if you need additional steering, you push up with the offhand. So if you're going left hand high, pull down to the right, boom, push up. And again, you're pulling down, so you're stabilizing your body. That's incredibly important when you're cornering, because that's where the vehicle is most off balance. The weight's transferring to side. So when you have side to side weight transfer, your body's going like this. When you have linear front to back, you're moving like this. So you want to stabilize and really keep your body balanced in the seat at all times. So this sign here, 20 miles an hour, see, connected. First left, then a right. That's telling you what's coming up and how sharp the corner is. 20 mile an hour corner, pretty sharp. So left hand's gonna come up. We're gonna coast into the corner, balance the vehicle. Gonna pull through nice and gentle, no saw on the wheel, not going back and forth. I'm pulling through the corner. Here's the right hand part of it. Start at the top, pull through the corner. Look how locked that steering wheel is. Not a lot of movement. Gonna have another stop sign here. We're gonna turn left, sharp. So I'm gonna pull down, bump steer, push up, turn's done. Look, 2 inputs for a 90, actually a beyond 90 degree turn. So there you go. That's pull push steering with a little talk about bump steering. Again, not a bad technique. Stop signs, traffic lights, when you make that sharp turn, you can definitely use bump steer. But here's the important thing. It doesn't matter what style of steering you use, as long as it's safe and the vehicle is balanced. That's all that matters. Safety is what counts, not the name of the technique. But I prefer pull push. You may prefer something else. There you go. Little explanation about steering. I'm Steve from ProDrive Consulting, and I'll see you on the next video.